Hello everybody and welcome back to Cattle and Crops. Now I know I'm like running away from my running tractor, but we kind of have this cow here. Just kind of like, yo, what up? So come on. We're going to put you back in your pen here. Come on. So, yeah, Kerbo was right. You definitely hit J. Oh, he's stuck on a building. Okay, is that why you're lost? Here. That's weird. He can't walk on the concrete. Okay. So let's get him back inside. No, 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 no. You need to come back here, mister. Come on. I got things to do. I got seeds and stuff to plant here today. We have got things to do. Here. Come on. Just keep following. Just keep following little old me. Come on. The cat can come too. It's not a... Yes, I hear the cat. Okay. And... now we run. Ah, we got him back in. Good. Okay, so now for some of our adventure. Again, sorry for the bad audio quality. I'm in a hotel room in Minnesota. So, we have two things to do. We've got to use this guy here. I just rented it. So this is our first adventure into planting with our own stuff. And we have to do all of our fields, but I'm only going to do this one today as it's the most done. But before we do that, we need to use the Mercedes. We're going to go here. Go ahead and hit F5 and go to tasks. And need to delete this because it's done. We're going to do a task here. We're going to do some field work. Driver is going to be this guy. The vehicle is going to be the Mercedes. We're going to do a front implement of a weight. And the rear implement as the jewel. Save this, and I need to know the field number, which I don't know, so I get to go through all of this again because I don't know any of the fields. We need to go to owned and field 14. How about for you? 23. I don't know any of the fields. 8. 3. Okay, so field 3. All right, so back here. Tasks. New task. What are we doing? We're doing field work. Add a driver. Amazon Schreier. Sure. The guy. Mercedes again. Wait. Not that because that's the wrong kind of implement. This guy. Okay, so we're going to plow field 3. So 3. Selecting the entry. Good. Select destination after. Probably be... oh, okay, we won't worry about any of that. After that, resolve vehicle combination, move everything to the original position. So let's actually keep it. So we'll keep that, and then we hit save, and it worked. Yes. Okay, so we save this. Not ready. Okay, he's getting hooked up. Started. Sometimes you gotta help them. Is that time now? Does he have it figured out? No. So we'll help him out really quick. Not a big deal. There he goes. He's off. So he's going to drive himself to field 3 and do the work for us, hopefully, and do it correctly. So we'll keep an eye on its status with our task thing, and hopefully that works. So back on to what we're doing. So yeah, the objective for the day is to get all the maize fields planted. Again, not something that we're going to do all of, but yeah, so... how has my time been in the wonderful world of Minnesota? Pretty bad, actually. I actually put the dually in the ditch yesterday. So that's why we didn't get a video, is because I was a horrible driver and put the ditch in, or put the truck in the ditch. There was a snow drift, and the farm's on the side road, and guess what? Dualies don't like snow anyway. And I decided that turning slightly out of the snowdrift and then back into it would be wise, and then got tossed off a track. So, you know, what do? You learn, I reckon. You live and you learn, right? So that totally happened. It's only the second time in my life I've ever put a vehicle in a ditch. So, kind of embarrassing. I had to call down to the farm, and one of the guys was kind enough to bring the payloader down and get me out of there. Because he hadn't, well, it would have been very bad because it was -6 outside. So definitely not a fun time to be had by me. But it was definitely a learning experience. I learned a lot. As far as the job goes, it's okay. I'm not having like a bad time. It's very tiring. We put in, I think it was 16 and a half hours yesterday. I haven't had a day off since last Sunday. No, not last Sunday. God, that would have been killer. Sunday before last was the last time that, you know, we had a day off. So, you know, that was nice. That Sunday was very nice. I plan on having this Saturday off, and then we'll be driving back up again next Sunday. So I'm up here for like 3 weeks. It's not gonna be fun, but the dairy is pretty cool. It's a serious bit of kit. It's the largest dairy I've ever seen, but I've not seen many dairies, so it could be very small compared to what some of you guys have seen. But I've heard numbers of around like 90,000 head of cattle, which I would believe because it's spread over 4 sections, I think. So yeah, it's pretty big, and by 4 sections I mean just like barns, not like fields or anything, just the barns. So it's pretty big. Everybody up here is really nice. Everything is pretty cold. Pumps aren't too badly tore up, so it's like one of those things, you know, like you should probably go and experience once or twice, you know, like going to a major farm. I've never been to a huge farm, so it's definitely a learning experience for me, and I'm the person in charge of the project on site. So, you know, I've got to get all my learning in that I can, right? So it's been a pretty big eye opener. I like it though. I like it. I kind of like working under stress like that. Like I do my best work under stress, which is kind of weird. Most people don't, but for some reason I'm okay. I become a grumpy asshole, for sure. But as far as, you know, things going the way I want them to go and everything like that, I am normally pretty okay with it. Like I don't mind it much, but I've always been like that. So, you know, pretty good. I'm just like, I'm just in awe of some of the stuff, really. We have, what is it, like 24 pumps up here or something? Just pumps, not including who knows how many lagoon feeders and you know, things of that nature. So like the outfit is just huge. Like I cannot express how big this place is. I've seen a wall of silage, and it was like, it looked like 8 stories tall. I'm like, there's no way you get me up on that in a payloader at all to moving it. I saw him cutting it, and I wish I had my camera on me, but I didn't. I was going to try to do this stuff, you know, take some photos and everything, but I haven't had a chance. But yeah, they were doing, I think they cut it like, what is it, once a week, right? So you cut like a little bit off of it to make it better for the cows or something, like to keep its fermentation going or something, I think is the way it was explained to me. I could be completely wrong, so if you know, please let me know, because I would love to know more about it, because it seemed like pretty cool. But yeah. So, what else can we talk about? There's not like a ton to talk about, which is sad. because I do like talking. There just hasn't been much going on besides work. The next couple of checks are going to be absolutely baller. So if there's a game you want me to play, please let me know and I'll buy it. Like, I'm at that point. I'm just like, yeah, we're doing okay. The next couple of checks are going to be, they're going to be pretty good. I've been on overtime since Monday, so for those that don't know, my work's payday or payroll starts on Friday, right? So I've been on work since Friday, and that ends Thursday. And yeah, so it's been, you know, I would love to say I remember my first part-time job, but these are some pretty big hours for me. It's definitely a working kind of place. They enjoy their work, and I've never seen anybody take a lunch. So I feel bad whenever I go to my lunch. But you know what? I'm fat, and I enjoy lunch. So I'm going to take as many as I can get. Well, I still can. Taco John's has fallen even further out of favor with me. Because they're like, oh, well, we're closed. You know, we got off at like 9 o'clock the other night. And, you know, I'm in a town I've never been to. And, you know, I'm like, okay, well, we'll have some Taco John's as much as I hate it. Get there, and they're like, well, we haven't done enough sales. I'm like, I'm a sale. I will buy like $60 worth of your food, which is $60 to Taco John's, for people who don't know what it is like 2 tacos and a drink. It's stupid expensive for what it is. I'm a Taco Bell kid. They've always treated me fairly. Taco John's has not. So, yeah, they literally just, you know, closed the door on us and said bye. I was like, oh, well, that's extremely kind of you. I am so glad that you know, you got your no sale in there, because we were kind of hungry. In this town, everything closes at 7. So that was it. And we had Dairy Queen for lunch, and they were really nice. And yeah, Taco John's was not. So they don't get my good graces. So what do, you know? But back onto the game. So far, I'm enjoying the planning. I like the texture. Like, the texture work is on point. I think it looks a little wet, so we'll check. I'm missing spots now. We'll check the, I'm just going to call it a PDA. We'll check our PDA here in a second, and we'll see, you know, what we are doing here as far as wetness is concerned. Because I'm going to say it's pretty darn wet here. But we're only in March. Or January, February. No, we're in April. I just counted out my seasons because I couldn't remember them. Oh boy. But so let's take a pause here. Let's hit F5. Or I meant to hit F6. So that was our own field 3, correct? So he is 3% done with that field as he goes along. We can't see him in the screen. Apparently it was sowed, but it wasn't, because I know it wasn't. Because we harvested it, if you remember. We had the big one. So that one's only 3%. Now, what field are we in? We're in field 14. And it is only, wetness low is at 75%. There's like all these values here. I don't think that they mean anything right now. So that's going to be interesting. We're at like 89% sowed and 11% cultivated. So, you know, I think that we're doing pretty good. The worker thing is pretty cool. As soon as I get these last couple swipes here, we'll definitely go take a look. And I know I'm destroying anything that I just done. I'm doing this twice for you guys, just so you know. So it's not going to be, you know, 100% or anything. But what we can do is I could probably... No, I don't have another worker. And I'm not going to hire one. I lost like a couple of grand really quickly trying to hire a worker in. And that just didn't... It didn't pan out. So we let him go. Poor guy. He was only like 2023 or something. I think it's what the bios said. They have bios stuff, which is kind of cool. You know, like we don't have to play the game of name that worker, and right now it's Sally, and then it might be Stu, or you know, whatever it would be. We can actually, you know, have a worker that is the same all the time. So that's different and new, and I'm pretty sure I kind of like it. So it's definitely different. It is definitely different. It takes a while to get used to too. The system is very complex, but I can see why. Well, I won't say complex. It's not like, oh god, you know, so hard or anything like that. It's just, it's more tedious. But at the same time, I think that you get a better, I'm just going to say yield, you know. Your workers work so much better. You know, you tell them where to go, and they actually go. You know, there's no appearing, there's no, you have to drive there. You get them ready, you set them up, you give them what you need them to do, and they go do it. And that's like a really cool thing to me. I don't know why, but to me, that's like an amazing thing, because we haven't had to drive the Mercedes over to the Field 3. You haven't had to do anything like that. I click a button, and whatever his name is, because I've already forgot it, goes there, and it's done, and I don't have to worry about it. And he'll do the job to 100% too. He'll like drive around. He'll actually end up costing me money, which kind of makes me mad. So let us shut this down so we don't waste fuel. And he made a liar out of me, didn't he? Unless he's starting on like the longest path. And I probably ended up, he probably has headlands on too. Normally they do a lot better than this. Let's see how far he goes on this. So that's kind of weird. Normally they do like this amazing job. Because he done the field that we were just in with everything there. So, that's interesting. Maybe we should get him a bigger plow. Because this is only a 4-bottom plow. Now is he going to continue to go because we're watching him? I watch he'll do it perfectly every time now. No, he doesn't go all the way to the end. That's kind of weird. But he does do the line correctly. So I don't know what to think about that. That just made the biggest liar out of me. And I feel so bad about that. But, you know, he did drive here and do it himself. And the spacing's what I'm looking at right now. It's definitely in line for what I would think it would be if it was going to read it like a printer. If you've seen my How to Worker video for FS17, you know, the worker doesn't see it as a field. They see it as like kind of like a sheet of paper that needs to be printed a certain way. So I think that that's what's going on. Because this field isn't like square with the... Yeah, see, it's not square. So, multi-terrain angle. Maybe that's the mod that they need, right? Although it looks like it turns, doesn't it? Huh. I don't know. I'm interested to see what it does up here. But I love the field work in this game. Like, I can't like describe it. Like, if you haven't played it, then you really can't say what it feels like, because it has a feeling. Like, you actually have to think about what you're doing. Yes, it does take longer. You know, we can only go at an X amount of speed, but you get that feeling of like actual accomplishment as you're going along, and it's really cool. You know, like whenever you do this right, like he's not doing it right, like that would make me mad, those little gaps. But whenever I go to do it, you know, I try to cover everything up at one time. So, to me, it's different. But, yeah, so that is seeding and moving animals in cattle and crops. I think it's pretty good. I like it. So that is where I'm going to leave it. I need to go to bed because it is now, yeah, it's almost 10 now. So I have to edit this and go to sleep and get it uploaded to you guys. So I hope everybody has a good rest of their day. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you in the next episode.